my hands off of him and I want to hug him and kiss him and be around him. But I think in order for me to give a rose to Reed, I need to figure out, how do I fit into his life and how does he fit into my life?
Wow. Look at this. I walked in, I noticed there, sitting on the table by the couches was a rose. I mean, it's an intimidating situation because I really like her and feel like we've gotten to a point where I really want to introduce her to my family and take it to the next level.
Did you have fun today?
I had a lot of fun today.
Well, now we can eat fondue.
Sure.
Yeah. I've never had fondue.
Are you hungry?
I'm hungry. Are you?
You've never had fondue?
I've never had fondue with meat like this.
Well, here's the thing. Fondue freaks me.
Why?
Remember I told you I was hypochondriac a little bit?
A little bit.
I'm kind of against fondue because there's something about the boiling, whatever you cook it in, with the raw meat kind of freaks me out. You put raw meat in there, right? You cook it,
Yeah.
and then somebody else is dipping a fresh piece of raw meat in.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's like defeating the purpose of cooking it.
But why? It's like, it's so hot in here, it's like everything gets cooked.
That's been sitting there, obviously.
Yeah, just put it in right now.
And it cooked that quickly?
Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff that freaks me out. I like this. I like food, but this is the kind of thing that freaks me out.
Really?
Like that.
Eat it.
I want it to be cooked more.
Do you? Okay,
Yeah.
here, I'll cook this one. I didn't have any idea that Reed was so neurotic, but I'm also looking for somebody that can show me their insecurities and show me when they're having a tough time. Do you wash your fruits and vegetables?
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't? But why not, like, people touch it in the stores and, like, scratching their butts and, like, oh, what about this broccoli? And they touch it, and then you take that home and you just eat it? No, you gotta start washing it. Well, I just, you know, if we hang out, I won't eat your vegetables.
Yes, you will. Reed is not afraid to tell me what his imperfections are, and in turn, it makes me a lot more comfortable around him. The more I get to know about him, the more quirky and funny and down to earth he gets. What did you think when you first saw me, besides the fact that I was a bachelorette and I was wearing this really wicked dress and there was 29 other people there? Like, what did you think?
Well, obviously, you stood out to me, and I think we had chemistry immediately. What about you?
You know, I think everybody has initially a list of things that they think that they're looking for. But everybody knows that they could throw that list away if they have a connection with somebody.
Wait a minute. So, you're trying to say that I wasn't on your list?
No, I
Like
think that
my-
we're different.
We're completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't on my list either.
Really? Let's talk about this.
I have a certain type, and you were different than that
Like, what's
type.
your type?
How about, it might not even be a type, but the girls I've dated have been like blonde, and they don't look like you. They're just different.
Yeah.
So that's
So what
good.
about,
That's
like,
a good thing.
So what about, like, forget about physical, because,
Right.
but like, if I were to talk to your parents and I said, like, what kind of girl do you think Reed needs?
Oh, God.
What would they say?
One that can be independent, but also depend,
Yeah.
but not like too much, you know? And that can get along with my friends and that are easygoing and who can get along with everyone.
When you hang out with me and we have a good conversation and we're like hanging out here, do you ever think like, okay, well, how would this ever work? She lives in the sticks and I live in Philly.
I don't think you should even think about it.
You don't think so? It just happens
No,
when you, like, don't you
Yeah,
think that's
if
like
it
kind of an issue? Like, what happens if I'm like, this is great, and they're like,
I don't
wait a
know.
second, where are we gonna live?
Then you work it out.
And you think that just works itself out?
Yeah.
Yeah?
If you're two easygoing people, and yeah, you just work it out. It just happens.
I
And
like
if it
that.
doesn't,
Yeah.
then it's not right.
me. That's good perspective.
Yeah.
Huh. Reed's answer about where we would live is really something that I can relate to. It's like, you know what, once you're a team, then we figure it out. There's just something about him that I feel different with him than any other guy. I just feel like he's on my level. He's on my playing field, and I love it. So, this is
I'm
Rose.
scared of these things.
Are you?
A little bit.
I think you're right about our connection. I think we do have a spark, and we did from the beginning.
Okay.
I'm a little bit worried that we don't
Okay.
have a lot in common.
Okay. That's fair.
And I wonder how we'd fit into each other's lives. But I really, really want to go back home and meet your family. And I
Okay.
really want to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if you would accept this rose so that I can come back and do that.
I will.
Good.
Do you have to pin it on me?
Yes, I do. And it looks awesome on you. It completes your open.
Nice.
You need an accessory.
I knew something was missing tonight. When I got the rose, I felt very relieved. I think that our relationship is moving in the right direction where someday, you know, Jillian can be my wife.
Really, like, inside, even if forget about where we are from and how we are raised, I think we're alike. But I think we were raised different. We're from really different places.
Right. You're like from a town with 4 people.
I live in Vancouver.
No, I know. No, now it's different.
Right.
But
But where I grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just different, but at least you're willing to learn more than I am, too. So we'll have to see. We will have to see.
I think that my initial instincts with Reed are proving to be correct. And I think that him and I are different. I think we have different lifestyles, but there's something there that wants to work. And I really, really want to meet his family just to see how we would relate to each other.